Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. Today we have a nice 3D printed model that yours truly managed to get out of the print bed without destroying. This is from Print Your Monsters. This is their Death Knight model, and in front of you are all the constituent parts to build said Dead Knight. And we're just going to take a look at it nice and blemished and ugly. We'll get it cleaned up and primed and put together and show you what it looks like, but I just want to show you all the pieces before we get to the actual model. Now, the first thing that really drew me to this model was the head. So it's not your usual skull and a suit of armor. It's got a very Geiger-esque look, and yeah, that's a crappy print job on my end. Like I said, I will get it cleaned and primed so you can take a better look, but you can see it's got all the weird tentacly, almost fleshy business going on there, which I kind of dug. And again, that pattern continues on to the rest of the armor. Very organic looking, very ornate bone patterns rather than just the usual decrepit falling apart suit of armor. That's the upper torso. Here's the lower one. You can see he's got a bunch of skulls that should be appropriately human sized. We'll grab some human models to take a look at later. And again, look at that terrible job of pulling it off the supports. I'll be honest with you guys, I suck at getting those supports off. If you have any tips or suggestions, I would love to hear them. But obviously we can sand that down at the very least before putting some primer on that. You also have the legs, and again following through with the skull and death motif. And then the hands as well. You have a big hunkin' sword, some nice clawed fingers, and again the very ornate look to the armor. Coincidentally, there is an option for another sword, so you can have one in both hands or either or. I just went ahead and went right hand blade, left hand open. And then we have the cape or cloak that is going to attach to the back. There's this ridge underneath the chains on the back of the torso, and basically what this is going to do is just cover it up like so, and you can see it's nice and pretty smooth transition of how it's supposed to go together, except for my terrible job of pulling things off the supports, but that's a whole other story. So give me a moment. I'm going to get some sanding paper, some clippers, and the spray. We're going to get it primed up, and we'll show you guys how he looks. And obviously I don't have the base here. I didn't use the base that Print Your Monsters included with it. I've got plenty of bases as it is, so sit tight for a sec. So here we have our Death Knight all put together and primed, and it really does help bring out those details. Now, I did not do the greatest sanding job. I have kind of a crappy sandpaper, but I think once he's painted, it's not going to make a huge difference. And just to give you guys a good indication, so he's on a 50mm base. Let's get some humans in there. So I think this guy would make a great villain for some kind of a undead campaign, or if you're going to do like an undead army in Kings of War or something, or in Frostgrave as a Lich Lord or some kind of huge dramatic opponent. I think this is a great looking model for just such an occasion. And again, it's not the usual decrepit ancient suit of armor that's rotting away. I like that. It's something different, and Print Your Monsters always does tend to have some unique designs with the creatures that they do. And actually, this is one of the smaller models I think they've put out there. They've got some big monsters. And another fun thing about with the 3D printing, you know, obviously you can adjust the sizes, but I wanted to show you guys at least the original intent, how big he was supposed to be. So I will put a link down below if you're curious to check out any more Print Your Monsters stuff, and a link to where this can be found. And hopefully this will be the first of many more to come. Printing videos? Question mark. But with that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching. We'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.